Hello YouTubers. This is a continuation of my story, telling it all. This is part 14.3. Anyway, I was thinking about London and the early days in the 30s. It was really nice. You know, we had our problems like everybody else, but then it was around the time of that damn war. You know what I'm talking about. It sucked us all into it, and but I'll tell you, as bleak as it was, and as hopeless as things seemed at the time, we knew that we would persevere and get through it, and we just needed to be strong and, you know, rally around the troops and sort of, you know, call on our friends. And London never fell. London will never fall. But let me tell you about the good times. There were these, they would have what they called blackouts, and they were when the marshals would actually come by from house to house, and they would tell you to turn off your lights. And if the purpose is so that when warplanes, specifically enemy warplanes, were flying overhead, they would not see the lights coming out of your windows, because back in those days they didn't have the radars and the lasers and the hoopla blaga that they have today, and so basically they would fly overhead, and if they saw a light coming out of a window, they would drop a bomb on it. And so, you know, they didn't care who was living there. It could have been a general, or it could have been a mother of four with her husband out in the field fighting for his country. They didn't care who they were dropping the bombs on. And so that's why they would come by and tell us to turn the lights out. And it was more of it seemed like a chore at the time, but it really did serve a purpose and save a lot of lives. And another thing, this is kind of a neat thing that came about as a result of the war. Back then we used to have these little hoods, little visors on the tops of the lights, just right on the top of the lights of your automobiles. And so that way when the planes were flying overhead, they wouldn't see the light from your car or motorcycle, the motor driven type, you know, with the chains and the motors. And then they would what was I talking about? The enemies flying overhead, they wouldn't see the lights. And the funny thing about it was that it didn't help you much either on the ground, because you could only see about 5 feet in front of you. But I guess that's better driving like that than having a bomb dropped on you, huh? I'll take 5 feet over a bomb any day. And so now when you look on the old cars and you see those little visors on the lights, now you know what they're for. They serve a function. Not like all the hoopla dabla junk you see today, it serves no purpose at all but to make your flashy, dancy scooters and whiz-a-wiggles and hoop nuts go faster and look prettier, and I don't know, I don't understand it, but that's why I'm Geriatric1927 and not Jerry Newborn Yesterday. If I were Jerry Newborn Yesterday, then I would know all about all of today's fashions and the hoopla and the watama wizangamas, the what? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, and the visors. You gotta take the visors and put them on the new cars, because that'll make classic cars. No, it won't make classic cars new, but it will make new cars classic. And that would be a great thing to show a little respect for the generation that developed all of those. And we had to develop all of those so that we wouldn't be bombed. They weren't just fashion. They served a purpose, and they saved a lot of lives. It seemed like we got bombed no matter what we did. We turned the lights off, and we got bombed. Lights on, we got bombed. That one's obvious. Lights on, lights off. Can't think of any. Lights dim. Now that just doesn't make any sense. Why'd you have the lights dim? But no, boy, London was bombed a lot. Yeah, that's what I remember. Okay, so be sure to check in on my next video, and thank you very much for watching. And I want to tell Paris Hilton that you don't need any more playgrounds. You have a playground. You call it the world, and the world is your playground. You spend money here, money there, south of France, north of France, London, my hometown. LA, my other hometown. Yeah, and you have hotels, so it's not, you get to stay everywhere for free. That's not very nice to be taking this YouTube community away from us. We're just amateurs, just trying to share with the other amateurs. We don't know how to make these professional videos, and like you in the movies, and the hoopla with the dancing and the can girls. We don't know how to do all of that high-tech stuff, so we just have YouTube, and that's this is all we have. So Paris Hilton, please go away. Just let us be. This is our one place to just be. And once again, to all my commenters and subscribers, thanks again for listening. Oh.